You know, we've all been there. That sudden headache, a sore muscle, or just some random ache that decides to show up. Physical pain is something every single one of us experiences. So in this explainer, we're going to look at a specific spiritual practice for dealing with those exact moments of discomfort.
So think about it for a second. When you feel that twinge of pain, what's your first reaction? For most of us, our instinct is to grab some medicine, right? Or maybe we just try to ignore it, find a distraction. But today, we're going to explore a completely different approach, one that's all about focus and supplication.
The practice we're diving into comes straight from the Islamic tradition. It's a very specific supplication, or what's called a dua, which is basically a personal prayer, and it's intended for those moments when you're feeling physical pain. So let's break down exactly how it works.
All right, so this whole practice is broken down into a couple of distinct parts. It's super simple. We're going to start with the very first step, which involves a simple action and just a few key words. So the first thing you do is physical. You actually place your hand directly on the spot that hurts. This creates this, tangible connection to the discomfort, and it really helps to focus your mind. Then, while your hand is there, you say the phrase, Bismillah, which means in the name of God. And you don't just say it once. The source is really specific here. This initial phrase, Bismillah, should be repeated 3 times.
Okay, so after you've done those first few steps, we move on to the main part of the supplication. This is what's called the sevenfold recitation. Now this is the core phrase. It's a little longer, but don't worry, I'm going to read the transliteration for you nice and slow. أعوذ بالله وقدرته من شر ما أجد وأحاذر.
And you guessed it. Just like the first phrase, this one also has a specific number of repetitions. You're meant to recite this one 7 times.
So, okay, we've got the physical action, we've got the words, we know how many times to say them, but what are we really saying here? What's the intention behind it? Let's unpack the meaning of this supplication. The English translation is where you see just how deep this prayer is. It says, I seek refuge in Allah and His power from the evil of what I feel and worry about. Now this is so powerful because it's tackling both sides of suffering, isn't it? It addresses the immediate physical feeling, the what I feel part, and it addresses the mental side of it, the anxiety that comes along with pain, the what I worry about. It's really a holistic way of looking for comfort because it gets that pain isn't just physical, it's emotional too. All right, let's put this all together now. We'll do a quick summary of all the steps, and then I'll show you exactly where this practice comes from. So to recap, the whole process is really straightforward. First, you put your hand on the pain. Second, you say Bismillah 3 times. And third, you recite that longer supplication 7 times. And the whole idea, the whole intention is to seek refuge from both the pain you're feeling right now and the worry that it's causing you. And for anyone who's curious about where this comes from, the source cited for this particular dua is from a famous collection of hadith, which are sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, known as Sahih Ibn Hibban. Specifically, it's number 2964. So this practice is really grounded in a specific textual tradition. And all of this kind of leaves us with a bigger question to think about, doesn't it? Beyond any one tradition, what is the role that focused intention and specific words play in our own experience of healing? It's definitely something to consider. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.